Sometimes I will do research on a subject and I will be unable to come to a definite conclusion. During these times I will get frustrated, eat peanut M&Ms from the family-size bag until I fall asleep, wake up suddenly, hit my head on a Gundam model hanging from my ceiling and concuss myself. During these moments of temporary brain damage, I'm able to separate an argument into two parts and have that argument with myself. Today's question is, does Jayson Tatum need to show up in this series? Pro Sam. Howdy folks, my name is Pro Sam and today I'd like to convince you of two things. There's no reason to worry about Jayson Tatum and Con Sam should go suck an egg. Con Sam. Hi everyone. Con Sam, checking in here, and I'm pretty nervous about Tatum's performance in this series. Almost as nervous as I am that Pro Sam will regularly eat peanut butter by hand when people aren't looking. He's terrible. P.S. Okay, dork. Let's start with the obvious. Tatum is a starter on the team that has won 2 games in a series which, by the way, the Celtics still lead. We are talking about a 20-year-old rookie starting on a 2 seed and playing big playoff minutes. Regardless of what happens in the playoff series, a rookie showing this kind of poise and having that he just had is tremendous. Oh, and by the way, he's done stuff like this in the playoffs. Your browser does not support HTML5 video. CSC. That's interesting that you just to bring up his scoring in this series, because he has the worst FG% of any Celtic who has averaged more than 10 MPG this series. In fact, the lethal three-point shooting we've come to expect from the rookie hasn't been there either, as he is barely ahead of Shane Larkin at 25% from downtown. Obviously we are dealing with a small sample size of 3 games, but with Al Horford commanding the attention of Giannis Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton similarly preoccupied with Jaylen Brown, Tatum is often covered by Malcolm Brogdon or Tony Snell. He has to make the Bucks pay for that. For example, here, Tatum gets past Snell only but seems rattled by the closing Giannis. Your browser does not support HTML5 video. If he can find a way to win that matchup, I just don't think the Celtics have much of a shot in this series. P.S. Are we sure he's not winning that matchup? Sure, the offensive stats haven't been there for Tatum, but don't get it twisted, Snell is the 1st of August 10 for the series. Conversely, Jayson has been monstrous on the glass for the Celtics and actually leads the team in rebounding. You know what else? Tatum leads this team in steals. Those turnovers were a big reason that the Celtics were able to get out to such a good start in Boston. Check out this TPA quadrant from @Nibbermath on Twitter. After their 92-116 loss to the Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics are now up 2-1 in their first-round series. Here's how all Celtics players have fared in TPA throughout the 2018 playoffs. pic.twitter.com/Osnell1. It's so, NBA Math @NBA_Math April 21, 2018. Take a peek at the defensive value axis and you'll see that Tatum has reinvented himself this series in the Marcus Smart do everything but score role. CS. I'd just like to point out you are suggesting that a top 3% player in the league suddenly profiling like Smart is a good thing. The rebounding is well and good. The Celtics were excellent on the glass in Game 3 and Tatum had the 2nd most rebounds of anyone in the game. They still lost that game. Rebounding the ball doesn't do a lick of good if you're going to hand your opponent high-percentage shots at the rim in transition. Turnovers are obviously a huge part of that, but struggling offensively is another way. Milwaukee blocked 13 shots, and that's something else that can get the Bucks going in transition, which is exactly what happened here. Your browser does not support HTML5 video. It's easy to say the Celtics need to do things like rebound the ball, but the Celtics actually had more FGA than the Bucks in Game 3 and shot 13 more FD. It's not a matter of how many possessions the Celtics can get right now. Instead, it's about who is having an easy time on their possessions, and right now, that's the Bucks. If it were a totally half-court game, the Celtics might stand a chance of out-executing them, but that's not what happened in Game 3. The Celtics need made buckets not only to help their scoring, but to give them a chance to set their defense against a hellacious Bucks transition game. I think Tatum is the logical guy to look to for that in Game 4. P.S. Is Tatum capable of performing better offensively? Almost certainly. But I think that demanding that he suddenly impose himself on the offense misunderstands what he's doing out there. If anything, it's tremendously exciting to see Tatum adding so much positive value to playoff games off ball, because that's probably where he is going to be when Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving return to this team next year. I understand why this looks ugly when Terry Rozier and Marcus Morris are struggling, but I don't want him to lose those contributions in order to try to start something outside of the offense. I think it's a lot easier to ask Marcus Morris or Terry Rozier to put the ball in the hoop than contribute the blocks, steals, and rebounds Tatum is pouring on. CS. Only you could make a prized defensive rookie doing nothing on the offensive end sound like a good thing. Come on, it's not like he can't score and do all those other things. PS. HE's a rookie. HE's 20 years old. CS. This team is missing 2 All-Stars. Everyone has to step up. PS. You suck. CS. You suck worse. Agree with one or the other, sound off in the comments below. 40% 10 votes, 24% 6 votes, 36% 9 votes, 25 votes total. Vote now.